改玩这个 Call of Cthulhu， 克苏鲁的呼唤，应该不会有问题吧？这我也是看过好多次，为了测试能不能跑得动。我已经跑过好多次了。必须点亮某些特定物品才能互动。按一。不能推开，但还要按。像在恭维啊！总觉得这款滑鼠灵敏度也有点高，等一下，已经很低嘞，更低一点。这样行不行？这样有好一点吗？好像有。
What a putrid offering. Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Beyond.
Everything has already been written.
Ooh.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
好僵硬的人物动作，好僵硬。I hate whiskey. 查询日记，这个没什么特别的。皮尔斯，好点技能，神秘学、医疗力量、调查。
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
啊，什么？
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
已查明案件。
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. The lost battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I wonder why I still take these things.
安眠药。我有安眠药，看一下有没有都看过了。应该都看过了啦。
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
又不是我的问题。
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect
干
your personal
浪费我时
information
间
yet。again.
哦，可以点。6点几？调查，撬锁成功。分析，口才，洞察力。 哇，好困难哦！真的不知道点什么。现在有几点？8点。知道怎么配会比较好？口才。口才升到3。 这样还没有升到3，还要再按一下才会解锁到3哦。还是已经有了？应该是已经有了。心理学洞察力，那个洞察力，还有2点，2点点的医疗。 好，应该这样差不多啦。
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been
越来越
accepting
少，
fewer new cases.
工作
Work is scarce.
不是没有，是我不想接，好不好？是我
But
看
are
不起
those
那些案
cases
子，
worth it?
对不对？
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, do you still...
I'm coming.
是我看不起那些低下的案子，才不是我没有想要接，好不好？
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
等下不爽是不是？
You're free to leave
不爽就滚。
anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me,
烂醉的废物吧，
it
我想
means you're desperate.
应该
Nobody
是烂醉
believes
的
me.
废物。
They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
Painter. Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have.
就一幅画，
I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
一幅诡异的画。
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
仔细看画作，仔细查看文件。这个
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin. Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
有什么见解？他这是纯粹讲话，还是怎样？调查收敛。这个惊
The
叹号是
sender's
什么？
label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mention Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
你找错人了。
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
You must cover.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things?
Saucy.
What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
I'm a private investigator, not an art critic.
I guess you're not as clever as you think, then. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
啊，都讲完了。再问一次看
The
看。
sender's label mentions
看还是一
warehouse,
样。
That's right.
and you...
That is go to...
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only
他妈一直
clue
抽动啊！
is a sort of promontory
Come on.
painting sent from
这种
Darkwater
兴奋
right
是不是？
before her death,
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer, but it's not like I have a choice.
前往黑水岛。
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island.
医学学习第一卷。哦，看看这些东西还有帮助。
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. I should get rid of all this stuff. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
动身前往黑水岛，这样应该可以出去了。诅咒的艺术家被控制或烧死自己的家人。第二章，这刚刚第一章，这么短，嘿。他眼睛是闭起来吗？哦，真的。
We're almost there.
黑水岛，下面都看无。Call of Cthulhu。
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer.
大家都想要忘记的
Charles
悲剧。
Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Sarah Hawkins，
A nice young woman and a great painter. What a tragedy.
死金鱼。
You know what? Go have a drink of the stranded whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the harbor master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
与费兹罗伊交谈，前往酒吧。布拉德利，谁是布拉德利？
Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
哦，你是布拉德利。
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself.
私家侦
Edward
探，
Pierce, private detective.
爱德
In
华
any
希
case,
尔
it's
斯。
not very important. I can't answer that.
Fuck
You
you！
can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shite.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
他就这样不跟我讲话。
Sign. There's something coming.
The blood is
Ideal.
just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
That's no way to treat an omen. Oh yeah.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
酒吧，酒吧在这。
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Wow, 哇，吐我痰！我干，我这么凶哦！
Hey, be careful.
不误妹子。
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
按住以测试口才，按住以测试力量。
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well, which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
点一杯酒，
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
喝，又喝。
I think we'll get along well.
这将影响你的命运，没差。
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it?
充满折磨痛苦。
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make
我看
up
过
your own mind.
我觉得普普通通。
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you?
I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
Why？
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear
有
noises coming
声
from the
音从
warehouse.
仓库传出来，
Screams, that sort of thing.
尖叫。
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
啊，
I
都问
didn't
一问了
expect，to
算了。
find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
啊，没事了，算了，
That'll be all for now.
问完了。啊，还有什么事吗？这个地方，
The miraculous catch.
奇迹捕捞。
The most significant event of the last 80 years.
And the doctor, what did he say?
Laughed. My God. Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
啊，
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No.
不懂
The risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
OK，拜拜。
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
这是什
I've
么
never
歌？
heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Delicious。
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
“出去。看这个妹子，刚
What
没
you
有镜
looking
头
at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
看，这么凶，还要我请他欸。那我跟老板要一瓶酒。啊，老板， 老板，你有要理我吗？
You again. What can I get you?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pig.
谁这一样啊？
Same again, please.
Here you go.
不是，我是要给那个女的。啊，你怎么自己喝了？
That's no moonshine.
You can say that again. House recipe.
Captain Fitzroy.
You wanted?
One more.
三不成立。
It'll be the last.
再来一杯。
They all say that.
"再喝。
There's rye in that.
Looks like Monsieur is a connoisseur.
看我要
Not
醉嘞！
bad for a guy from the city.
我已经眼睛迷茫了，再喝一杯啊！
Captain Fitzroy told.
You want a drink?
没有了，不行了。哦，有一个解
I
锁
read the article on the miraculous
奇
catch.
迹斧了。
Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. They saved Darkwater from famine.
That'll be all for now.
我已经喝完了，没东西喝了。他也不跟我讲话
I。told you to beat it.
Fuck you， 臭女人！去找船长啊！
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
哦，这也是厕所。
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
有东西可以看。医学第2章。
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
啊，没东西了。船长，我来跟你讲话了。
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
夜猫。哇哦，夜猫。
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
这个吧，这是
These
我的
manifests are
货物
signed
清
by
单。
Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
他说去甲板上找他，甲板在哪？
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on dock.
最后一位。
Tell me what I can do to help you.
你的文件至今难以
Your
辨识。
manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Oh, Papa.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
有了，看到了，刚刚那个夜猫
I
是
found a
谁？
threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being
本来
blackmailed?
就是那个女的啊。
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
北头问
The
过
miraculous
奇
catch.
迹捕捞，
Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our
辉
glorious
煌的过
past.
去。
Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
有，我已经读过了，好不好？都读好读满了。
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty.
码头对面。哪里？
Understood.
You know
看不
who the
明白。
building belongs to, don't you?
我不懂。
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Can you tell me where the warehouse is again?
Look, I've already shown it to you. It's the
前面有
one with the
警
cop
察。
on guard duty out front.
哪
You
里？
can't miss it.
好了，走
Understood.
过去就知道是不是？过去就过去。
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
理智、精神创伤，只有2点。这2点根本什么都不能点。船长、老板，没懂吗？走过去就可以看到。36号仓库。
There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water.
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
哪里啊？码头这里有警察的，就是。
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St.
是那个酒吧
Brendan,
那
the
个吗？
navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
啊，怎么不懂？
Go see for yourself. He's at the end
所以
of
不
the
是那
jetty.
个酒吧那个人
It's
哦。
you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
夜猫
Only，they would kill each other.
夜猫是谁？
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
干，根本就没有什么意义嘛。
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
看没什么话了。
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
这什么雕像？哪里？那个啊，圣徒雕像。这怎么了？我可以调查他吗？可以。
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and
圣
travelers.
徒布兰登。
Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in. I've no idea what it says.
我还是不知道36号仓库在哪。
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hit them. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
不知道带这个干嘛？根本还不知道仓库在哪。
No idea.
You better keep it shut.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
撒谎。
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
切，
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
感觉就是酒吧那个
redid
女
the
的，
smile at the last one who wanted
怎
to
么
get
听都是那女
I
的
hope。you had a good dentist.
No, no, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
是那个警察嘛？
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
故意的，我要全部选
Everybody
项问一
knows
次。
us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for
就
the
是
owner of
故
the
意的。
site. And we let no one enter her property.
What are you guarding exactly?
Listen, bonehead, we already told you that we're guarding our boss's turf.
我来撒谎，测试口
Gentlemen,
才。
you have a problem.
What? Who do you take yourself for, stranger?
Your boss is very unhappy with your work.
Oh, yeah? You're bluffing.
She said those knuckleheads are incapable of staying at their post.
Darn it.
You think he's telling the truth?
We'll find out. Prove that you really know Cat.
他使用一把短剑
It's，risky to question my word. I wouldn't like you to get cut with a certain Italian knife.
Okay, okay, you've convinced
不是
us.
短剑吗？怎么变意大利刀？
What do you want from us?
I thought I made it clear. I have to take a look inside the Hawkins warehouse. Leave me alone, and I'll put in a good word for you with Cat.
我的口才够诶。
Okay, it's a deal.
36号在哪？这里
Let's see.
开手。
Shoot. I'll have to find another way to get in.
看，竟然不能进去。
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf.
真
You're
的
not
是
only
你，
inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
我是私家侦探欸，什么都不说，点点点。
Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
所以
your name,
夜猫
What of it?
早就猜到了。
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
哎呦！干他踢我下面的话，
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
现在，
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
腹痛。啊，我怎么不能点？
I have an offer that could interest
啊，
you.
我的滑鼠怎么了？
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Liquor?
Exactly.
I'll try to find some for you.
还要找酒，有没有其他方法？进去，蹭你们的小缝，不行。
Where do you think you're going?
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
因为我收
My
钱了，然后
investigation
办
has led me to
事。
this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
干，就这样让我滚。好，滚就滚，不屑跟你讲话。哼。现在要怎么办？还要想办法进去36号仓库。
The miraculous catch.
奇迹捕捞。
Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
滑手好像真的怪怪的，他不让我动了。
Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anyway.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah, aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So
谢谢哦。
understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly, but it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be
废
honest,
话，
as long as it
真的
doesn't interfere
我也
with
不
my
在乎你的
business,
生意，好不好？
I don't care.
我只是想要推进剧情。
To make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me. And I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
好，接受接受。
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective.
终于可以进去了，是不是？
Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed
布拉
Bradley,
德利，
I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble.
操，慢好大姐，快一点好不好？很拖哎、
It's fine. He's with me.
Okay.
哇，我这样超级变态。他会往右移耶，不知道为什么。啊，到了！哎，打火机！我怎么突然掏出打火机？
Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Ugh, this place stinks.
等一下我怎么有打火机
What？is the connection between this place and the Sarah
这东西啊。
Hawkins case?
要进入，请按住。
It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
要离开重建场，等一下。继续
Someone
看。
treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it.
再逛一下，看有什么。
What happened here?
照镜子。啊，然后嘞？这幅画没什么，不知道出去了。
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
力量熟练，测试心理学。这个
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on.
Oh,
My
合
car's
作
parked
耶！
down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you.
谁在偷看
Top
我
of the ridge.
？3级的顶上。
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
哎，第二章结束了。霍金斯载体花园。第3章。哇，有一个人一直在偷看。
Well, here we are. Hawkins mansion.
Hawkins mansion.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
洞察力熟练，解锁
Your
对话选
partner
项。
Andrews warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
我要问，
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
都问
Don't
一下
think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
我的信念
That's
产
why
生
you're
动
so
摇。
keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Anything else?
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And
哇，
don't
你的
go
脸看起来
troubling
真的好
Silas.
悲伤哦！我的天哪！
His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
还有什么要问都问一问。
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Huh? You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up
四
there.
处旅行，
Unless you still have questions.
没有了，问完了。
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
先这样吧，今天就先这样，下次再继续玩。